In the ever-evolving development of global trade, few events have caused as much disruptions and unexpected opportunity as U.S. China trade tensions. Stay tuned for latest developments. Recently, President Donald Trump made headlines with a bold set of new tariff announcements, including a sweeping plan unveiled on April 2nd, 2025, involving dubious calculations which sent shockwaves around the globe and caused the stock market to go into meltdown. This was followed on April 9th with a 90-day pause on most tariffs and a significant increase on duties on Chinese imports. These strategic moves have sent further ripples through international markets and supply chains. Amidst this upheaval, one nation stands out as a beacon of opportunity: Vietnam. Let's delve into this remarkable turnaround and explore why Vietnam is rapidly emerging as a top destination for product sourcing. On April 2nd, 2025, in what he called Liberation Day speech, President Trump unveiled a comprehensive trade policy overhaul designed to restore what he described as America's economic sovereignty. The plan included a universal 10% tariff on all imports effective April 5th and targeted tariffs on specific nations. China, long the focus of Trump's trade frustrations, was hit with an additional 34% tariff, bringing its total to 54%. Vietnam, among others, saw its tariffs set at 46%. These measures were formalized under Executive Order 14257, which Trump referred to as the country's Declaration of Economic Independence. The move was met with immediate concern from economic experts, trade partners, and US business leaders who feared escalating inflation, supply chain chaos, and diplomatic backlash. The markets acted swiftly and negatively. Wall Street faced one of its steepest drops in months, with companies scrambling to understand how the sweeping tariffs would impact operations and pricing. However, just 1 week later, on April 9th, President Trump recalibrated his strategy. In a stunning reversal, he announced a 90-day freeze on most of the proposed tariffs to allow for further negotiations with allies and trading partners, fearing supply chain disruptions. At the same time, Trump doubled down on his hardline stance against China, raising tariffs on Chinese imports to a whopping 125%, signaling that Beijing would not receive the same reprieve. He framed this move as a necessary escalation, saying China had shown no respect for our trade agreements. The time for patience is over. The market breathed a collective sigh of relief. Following the freeze announcement, the Dow Jones Industrial Average surged nearly 3,000 points in a single day. American businesses welcomed the pause, seeing it as a chance to restructure supply chains and reduce reliance on high-risk trade zones. And that's where Vietnam comes in. While Trump's trade war may have rattled traditional global supply routes, it has also accelerated a long-growing shift towards Southeast Asia. Among those countries, Vietnam stands out as a prime option. Vietnam's appeal is no accident. It's spent the last few decades preparing for this moment. The country offers a potent combination of competitive labour costs, a large and youthful workforce, and a pro-business government eager to attract foreign investment. Just as important, Vietnam is a signatory to numerous free trade agreements, granting its exports preferential access to global markets, including the EU, Japan, and key partners in the Asia-Pacific region. So why is Vietnam becoming the go-to destination for sourcing products? First, its labour costs remain significantly lower than China's, about half, while maintaining high manufacturing standards. Second, its infrastructure, from ports and roads to industrial zones, has seen massive improvements, often with support from international development funds. Third, Vietnam's manufacturing base is relatively diverse, from garments, footwear and electronics to furniture, handicrafts, agri-products and household goods. It's not just a low-cost alternative, it's a growing centre for innovation and quality. This shift is already happening. More and more American companies are attending trade expos in cities like Ho Chi Minh City and Hanoi. Strategic sourcing firms like VPS are helping facilitate this transition by connecting global buyers with verified Vietnamese manufacturers. We provide crucial services like supplier verification, price benchmarking, and quality assurance, ensuring that businesses can shift production confidently and with reduced risk. The message is clear. We're witnessing a permanent reconfiguration of global supply chains. The U.S. China relationship will likely remain strained, and with tariffs on Chinese goods now exceeding 100%, companies can no longer afford to rely on China as their sole manufacturing base. Diversification is no longer a competitive advantage, it's a necessity. Vietnam, with its welcoming business environment and growing global trade clout, is poised to become one of the most strategic sourcing hubs of the next decade. In this new age of trade realignment, the smart money is moving early. Businesses that embrace Vietnam now are not just avoiding the pain of tariffs, they're investing in a long-term resilience and global competitiveness. So if you're looking to future-proof your global strategy, now is the time to take a serious look at Vietnam. Subscribe to the channel for more insights on global trade, sourcing strategies, and navigating the complexities of international trade. See you in the next one.